Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we have something special from Tactile Knife Company. Now, you guys, if you guys watch my channel, you guys might remember my Tactile ROCKWALL in MagnaCut with thumb studs. I absolutely love this knife. It is a smaller, very practical EDC knife. Like I said, in MagnaCut steel. The machining is incredible. Then I have the little bear here, which is, and these are all USA made. USA made slip joint, also in MagnaCut. Very slim. Another very practical knife. Love them both. We got the Tactile turn pen, titanium, the leather slip. But in here is something special. So let's get into it. So we have another Tactile Knife Company ROCKWALL flipper in polished DAMASTEEL. And we have, grab this knife wipe. This is an unused knife wipe, by the way. I do have to send this back because there are only 5 of these made. Polished titanium scales, and you can see the difference here. This even has a different feeling. You really feel the tactile, the lines, the machining lines. Then we have the polished titanium hardware. It looks gorgeous. A DAMASTEEL backspacer. And this is my first time experiencing the flipper version. And I gotta say, wow, is it very well done. So all in all, this took over 3 weeks to hand polish this blade before etching. Hand polish the scales and the hardware. Then a hand satin finish on the clip. So my clip on mine is just a stone wash. With this one, it's a hand satin finish. And it might not come out as well on camera, but it's very obvious to the eye. Then to polish the backspacer, and yeah, this is definitely something very special from Tactile. And a lot of work went into it, and you can tell, especially with me, knowing and holding this one, I can really tell and feel the differences from one knife to the other. And like I said, there's only going to be 5 of these made, and they will be presented at Blade Show, which we will be at. So if anybody's going to Blade Show, we will see you guys there. This is extremely well done. Just the finishing work. If you look around the edges, it's polished around the edges. It's so soft and so smooth. The finish on the blade, as you can see, the DAMASTEEL, just a gorgeous pattern. Almost looks like a rippling wave, or like a topical graph. Topical, whatever it's called, like looking at a map, like the topical version. You can see it even on the spine of the blade. The liner, very easy to get to. Has jimping that's not aggressive at all, but just enough to grip you back. Very smooth on the drop, especially since it's a polished blade. And yeah, I can't get over how smooth, yet how you can really feel the lines in this way more than the regular version. Now you can feel it, but because this is polished, it really adds to a different effect in your hands. Even back here, everything is just so smooth. The detent, extremely well done. Perfection. It does have the jimping on the flipper tab. So breaking the detent is very easy. It's not gonna you're not gonna slip off or anything like that. It does offer good grippiness, and you can see the DAMASTEEL, flipper tab. So once you break the detent, it pops out. It has a nice strong detent, and I mean strong in a good way, just perfect. Once you break that detent, it flies. There's no failing this. You're not going to fail this. Not at all. It actually has a really nice sound on the closing. I don't know. Well, on the opening and closing, but on the closing you hear a nice little ting sound. I don't know if it'll come over the mic. The blue, it's almost a sky blue, maybe a baby blue, but polished very nicely, as you can see, compared to the raw version. Now I noticed this one isn't captured. I haven't taken it apart. I don't know how they capture it, but this one you can see how it has a flat spot. Now, there is some differences here, because this one being the flipper version, for the thumb stud version, which they do make the flipper version like this. I'm not sure if they're still making them or producing them, but with the thumb stud version, they need this cutout for you to access the thumb studs. With the flipper, they don't need that, so you don't have that cutout, so it's just a cutout right here. There's no extra. There's no extra cutouts right here or anything, as you can see. I do like this a lot. The fit and finish, and just like the tolerances, like look how tight those tolerances are. You can see the internal stop pin right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's in there. The lockup is very solid, even with a slow roll. It just pulls the blade right into lockup. Something nice, something very satisfying about that. Now, these are not cheap. They are going to be very expensive, which you can imagine. I mean, only 5 of them will be made, and they will not be made anymore. If they make any more, maybe, or as far as I know, there won't be any more made in the future. And if they are, it won't be this configuration, right? So 5 of these will be being made at $700 a piece. One guy putting in 3 weeks or more work, that's not that bad of a price. I know people look at knives, some knives, and I know those of you that are watching and follow the content, you understand, you get it. This isn't like your normal everyday piece. This is something special. This is a collector's piece. This is something to be proud of. Something to have in your collection, especially if you're trying to collect all the Tactile Knife Company's knives. So if you are, this is definitely one that you can be proud of in your collection. And, it's not saying you can't use it and do whatever you want with your knife, but I would expect that this is something that you're not going to take out and abuse. You're going to keep very nice as a collector's piece in your collection. Use your other Tactile Knife Co. and keep this one as more of a safe queen. Because that's what it's going for. It's not going for the heavy use or anything like that. It's going for something special. A lot of time went into it, a lot of effort, to make it very beautiful. And also to make it limited. This is something very limited. It's not going to be, only 5 people are going to have it. So, if you're one of those people, you're going to be very lucky to get one of these because you'll be, one of 5 in the world. So, and then if they do put out any more in the future, and that's a big if, it'll be a different configuration. It won't be like this, at least as far as I know, right? But I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this. Like I said, this will be presented at Blade Show. So if you are wanting to possibly get one of these at Blade Show, make sure you stop by the Tactile Knife Company and Tactile Turn booth so you can hear what you have to do to get it, or I'm not sure if they're going to do a lottery or how exactly they're going to do it, but check out their booth. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the content. Peace.